to help prevent gridlock and promote a sense of cooperation in Washington?
I feel with both Democrats and Republicans, we need to work together. Once we're elected, we need to set aside our political differences and work for the best of the country. We need to become statesmen and not be politicians when we get out to Washington. And I think that's fallen aside, and I think that's very important. While we have to run these elections, we have to talk about our various issues that we're different. Like I'm a pro-life candidate, where the other two are not. Issues like that we've got to mention and talk about, let people know. But once we get to Washington, and I think that's where the gridlock occurs, it's politics. It's politics, politics, politics. And we need to get back to what's best for this country. As your congressman, I'll do that. I'll work for the people here in the 9th District and try to represent you the best I can.
Thank you. Mr. Gall?
Washington is broken today, in great part because that the individuals that are going there as elected officials are not being Americans first. We need to get back to the understanding that America is the priority here, not whether you're a Republican or a Democrat or scoring points on the nightly news. When I was Speaker of the House for 5 years, we had very close margins, both Republicans and Democrats, but we got a tremendous amount of work done. And we did that because I tried to encourage people to reach out across the aisle, to work together. You didn't always accomplish that, but many, many times we solved large problems in this state by doing so. That's how we got bills passed that I sponsored that got rid of the sales tax on food, that created the Do Not Call list, that bridged across and helped people to get a higher education with some affordability issues, that led to us passing the S-CHIP program in Missouri that ensured thousands of Missouri children. That's how you get things done. That's my track record. I know how to do it, and if I go to Washington, I'll work to make sure that America comes first for this district and for the rest of the country.
Thank you. Ms. Baker?
You know, Carol, people are tired of the bickering. They are tired of gridlock and people not getting things done just because they want to make political points. I have a very sterling record on being a bipartisan work across the aisle person when it's the right thing to do. In fact, about 10 pieces of my legislation or ideas have gotten to be put in bills in the past few years because I didn't have to pay credit for them. I was able to give them away even while in the minority. So the right thing was done. But you got to stand up when things are wrong, like my standing up for the health care cuts that the governor did. We must reach across the aisle on so many issues. It is going to take a bipartisan effort and people coming together and not just trying to bargain each other on immigration, on Social Security, on health care, on energy policy. These are the big things that we must move forward and have progress. When I go to Washington, I'm not going to go looking for a fight. I'm going to go looking for results.
Thank you. Mr. Jacob?
Thank you. When I first came to the legislature, the Republican Party, the Conservative Party, was much different than the Republican Party today. Today's party are neoconservatives. They don't believe in the same things that we Democrats believe in. This is very unfortunate. They are the ones that started polarizing the country. For the first time since 1992, we should have a Democratic House, a Democratic Senate, and a Democratic President. I think what's important for Democrats to do is pick up legislation that we've been talking about for the last 60 years and pass it as a party. We have to come together as a party first before we can cross the aisle and bring the other side over. It's important for us to do these things. It's important for us to pick up health care and make sure that every citizen has health care, that we have a first-rate education, and that the elderly have no economic woes.